if you really want to place an enormous amount of pressure on China, you want to look at the allies that we have. That would be places like Vietnam, which is receiving a lot of product that is actually just nothing more than border skipping. You want to look at Japan. You want to look at South Korea. The UK, you want to look at Canada and Mexico have been massive recipients of Chinese imports. And the other thing is these other countries, particularly Vietnam and Mexico, these really low-cost manufacturing centers, it is in their interest to actually cut China out of their markets, predominantly because what's happening is they're also receiving, Mexico has had this problem, is Chinese goods are being dumped. Cheap Chinese goods are being dumped into Mexico and actually crowding out their industry. And so there is an opportunity to reset the way we work with China and the way the world does if this is handled appropriately. And I don't know, again, I'm not close to the administration. I don't have direct conversations with anyone that's in that direct circle that's in these meetings. But I have to wonder how much of this decision was related to the stock market, did to the 10-year, we saw the 10-year overnight really corrected itself. Or so how much of it was like real-time market data and perhaps feedback from allies, or was always planned that it would be very typical of what Donald Trump has been credited with is the art of the deal.
I was about to say, I wouldn't be surprised if all of this was in his book.
Which is kind of insane when you think about, like, it's insane.
What's amazing is that this was written, 25 years ago or whatever, but when the playbook is run in real time, it's just as shocking as ever.
Because you don't know. And I think the art of the deal is clearly, like, if this is the art of the deal, and maybe what we won't know ever, it has actually worked, because what's happened over the last 2 weeks is we've had this massive trade down of the stock market. We've had oil prices have relatively collapsed. You're starting to put, oil's starting to get to a price point where US producers are actually in an enormous amount of distress. The 10-year has gone, looked like it was collapsing, now it's surging, and it strikes me as just so, we don't know.